Hey, what's happening, everybody? So I'm here with Joe and his amazing tiny home on wheels here, which is built on a 4x4 Ford Ranger chassis. And there's been a couple tours of this particular vehicle done, one by A. Clarino and one by Corey the Moody Traveler. And I will link those in the description, but a lot of things have been changed with it now, so this is kind of an update for people who have seen those tours. Make sure you check out those two channels, though, because those guys are great. So, what's up, Joe?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good, good. You've got quite the rig here, man.
Just chilling.
Quite the kitty, too.
Yeah. Welcome to Casa de Chavez.
Casa de Chavez. So what can you tell us about this thing?
So, all this stuff here was not here when I first had it built. That's probably one of the biggest differences between my this video and A. Clarino's and Corey the Moody Travelers. There's now a sink, which I just finished installing. And I got the stove and the pantry. I think those were in Corey's video. But the sink I just finished yesterday. It's just a bowl, punched some little holes in it. Goes all the way outside. Still got to work on a water source. It's kind of mid-renovation right now. But so for those of you that haven't seen the other videos, you know, it's pretty basic. This is my bed here. I can stretch out all the way, head to toe. I'm like 5'8". It's literally 6 feet from the interior wall here to the other interior wall.
How wide?
It's about 8 feet this way.
Okay.
Side to side.
That's pretty
Roughly.
wide.
Yeah, so it gives me plenty of room for what I need, which isn't much.
And you were saying that there's a mattress piece that goes here, so this can be a...
Yep, there's like a modular platform that just comes out. These are actually like the slats that I have. Mm-hmm. One of these sits across, but kind of where you're sitting. I just kind of drop them in, and then I have some supports, and then there's a platform that sits on that, cushion that goes on that, which is this right here.
Oh,
just
cool.
Roll it up and use it as like a backrest, you know.
Nice.
Excuse me. And so yeah, this whole thing can turn into a bed. And when it's not, I got this nice little walkway, and that helps to keep it kind of roomy and spacious. You can put your feet down and stretch out.
Nice. One of the things I love about this build is you've got all these little cabinets and all these little nooks and crannies and storage everywhere. Let's see if I can get my light. Yeah. You just got little pieces of storage everywhere and taking advantage of every little tiny thing to really make this your own. And it's like everywhere you look, the more you look, the more intricate and detailed everything gets. It's a trip. So how much did you pay for this whole thing?
When it was kind of like first finished, about $600 or $700, which is not much. And that's because I had you know, just a bunch of scrap material all saved up, and so I didn't have to buy much. So, and I already owned the truck. It was really just, you know, a few building materials, duct tape and glue, stuff like that, a few pieces of wood, but otherwise I had everything.
So the outside is wood, obviously, and then you were saying there's insulation in between that.
Yep. There's clapboards on the outside, and then there's actually basically built like a regular house. Clapboards on the furthest layer, and then there's the Tyvek house wrap covering some plywood. Most of it's like 1/4 inch or thinner, kind of like Luan. And then the studs, and then there's insulation in between, a mix of like foam, the hard stuff, and like the fiberglass. And then the interior wall, which is mostly just like faux wood paneling.
Nice. We got a skylight.
Yeah, there's a panel that drops in here to cover it up in case I don't want to, for heat or to keep the light out.
Nice.
And these curtains, when I picked out the material for all my curtains, I wanted to make sure that if I was ever sleeping during the day, that I would be able to block out most of the light. So when I went to the fabric store, I picked out the material that was like, I held it up to the light to see how much would come through, and these pretty much block almost all the light out.
Yeah, they do.
If I was to close all of them, it gets almost completely dark.
Yeah, those do a great job.
It's just a regular fabric. That was kind of an important thing.
So,
and yeah.
What's it like living in such a small space? How did you have to adapt to it? Does it drive you crazy?
I like it. It's I kind of just got right into it. It's the way I've set it all up. It's just convenient for me to just, when I'm in here, I can just kind of sit, chill. Everything's at arm's reach. But it's also spacious. It's cozy but spacious. Warm, dry. There's no leaks. Holds heat good. And as far as not being able to like stretch out or have a bunch of space to walk around or move around inside my house, I spend most of my time outside. So that's where I get to stretch out, stand up, and if I want to hang out with a bunch of people, as long as it's nice out, we're going to be hanging out outside.
Nice.
So.
And these windows open?
Yep. They slide. It's just plexi, and I have it's cut into sort of a third piece there.
Nice.
So I can have cracked on both sides, and then to take it out, I just bend it, and it just slides out like that, and I can pop it out.
Oh, cool. Very simple. Yeah, it seems like everything in here is very simple design and no hassle, right?
Low,
is that your...
low tech, totally. No, it makes repairs easy and cheap, and just easy to use.
Nice.
Convenient.
How long did it take you to build this the first time? Like the outside, the actual structure?
It took me a month from when I started until I've technically finished the project, I guess.
You obviously had some previous construction experience, though.
Yep. Yeah, I was more or less self-employed, doing handyman work and building houses, help framing houses.
Oh, cool. So what inspired you to not live in a regular situation and build something like this and travel?
It was a lot of things. I would say mostly weather, family, and just my current living situation. I had an apartment with a roommate and landlord, rent and all that. Don't mind the semi-truck going by. Parked in between two warehouses, so. But anyway. Yeah, there's family that I have that's kind of out west, far from Maine, and I hadn't seen them in a long time. And winter was coming, so I didn't want to really stick around for that. And like I said, I was doing the apartment thing, kind of living paycheck to paycheck, and didn't really want to do that anymore. Wanted to do something new and different and adventurous, and travel for the sake of traveling, see the country. So I figured I'd do it all at once, get rid of the apartment, make my life a little more minimal, see some family, go where it's warm.
Nice. Just get out and constantly have
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Totally. Free,
Nice.
Freedom to do whatever.
That's cool. So what would you change about this thing if you could? Would you make it bigger? Would you...
I'd keep it more or less the same size, but I want to, this is an extended cab, club cab pickup. I'd like to get another one about the same size, but not extended cab, so that I could have that much more room to make the house bigger. And I would, instead of having this little window, I'd cut out the whole back of the pickup so that I could then open this all up and have it just go right up front like a regular RV.
Yeah, totally.
Instead of having to go outside every time.
See that?
And also make it lighter. Just use lighter material. And then I guess the only other major difference would be incorporating more technology and probably get a little fridge. And even work in a little toilet or something somewhere.
Nice.
somehow built inside, because right now I just have like the camp, folding toilet, use it outside usually. I can use it in here if I have to, but so.
Have you ever had any problems with cops or any people like trying to run you out of an area or anything?
A couple times, like at different malls that I've tried to stay in, like the security will run you off. That's only happened like 2 or 3 times. As far as cops go, I haven't had, that I can recall, any problem with any cops anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've kind of been all over, right?
Yeah, I started in Maine, went all the way south, Florida, Louisiana, and then all the way to Texas, and I stopped everywhere along the way, and now I'm back in Louisiana. So it's been about 8,000 miles, and I'm on my 14th month right now. So
nice.
And yeah, no cops.
And no regrets either, huh?
No, none at all.
That's
None at
awesome.
all.
Is there anything you'd like to say to people who are thinking about living off grid? And
It's funny you asked that. I was just gonna say, if anybody is considering or thinking about doing something like this, my advice, and this is what I found, like when I started researching this whole thing, everyone that's, the forums and stuff, everyone was saying, don't wait, like do it as soon as you can. And that'd be my advice. Like if you're thinking about doing it, do not wait. Like do it as soon as you possibly can.
Stop thinking and start doing.
Because the longer you think about it, the longer you wait, that's more time that it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
If you just start it, don't worry about the money and all that stuff, and figure it out as you go.
Do you mind me asking what you do for money, by the way? That's solid advice.
Yeah. I actually write poetry. I have like a pop-up poetry shop. You may have seen them in bigger cities. It's basically just I set up a little table and a typewriter, and people can ask me for a poem about whatever they want, and I'll write a custom poem on the spot.
Nice.
And I handwrite them too sometimes. This is my
nice
feather. So.
Very cool.
But so far, I've totally survived on that. I didn't start that until March of this year, and I left November of last year. So in between that time, I had a little bit of money that I'd saved up, and that kind of got me a little ways. And then a couple places I tried playing trumpet, like in DC, and made a little bit more money, and then made some Christmas money, and then I needed to start making some regular stuff. Somehow I fell into doing the poetry thing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Man, is there anything else you think that people should know about this vehicle or living off grid or your story?
I don't know. I guess all the obvious stuff that probably most other people would tell you. It's very liberating. It's fun. You definitely feel more freedom doing it. You meet so many great people. I've found that you kind of just, whether you're trying to or not, the universe kind of just puts you, connects you with all the right people, the like-minded people, such as yourself. So
Absolutely.
Corey, the Moody Traveler, A. Clarino, I wouldn't have met any of those people if it wasn't for doing what I'm doing.
Definitely.
So
you heard it first, guys. Thanks for watching. Love yourself.